So we're already through halfway through the tax season, and if you haven't filed your taxes yet, you may be wondering which tax breaks you qualify for. Or you may be researching how you can better prepare for next year's tax returns to take advantage of the deductions that may apply to you. Have you ever wondered if credit card interest is tax deductible? Well, it turns out that the interest you pay on your credit cards is deductible, but not everyone can claim it as a tax break. So let's find out a little bit about who's more eligible and what exactly can be deducted coming up. Now, if you're a business owner, you are in luck because you can deduct the interest you pay on your credit cards as a business expense. In addition to other costs associated with your account, this includes card fees, merchant fees, but interest you pay on your personal purchases are not tax deductible, so sorry to break the bad news. Now, to elaborate on the interest fees, if you use your credit card for business expenses, the interest you paid on those purchases can be deducted as a business expense. There are some qualifications required by the IRS, however. In order to qualify, you must be legally liable for the debt. Both you and the lender intend for the debt to be repaid, and you and the lender have a true creditor to debtor relationship. If you're not liable for the full amount of the debt, you can only deduct the amount of interest that belongs to your portion. Normally, you see this with partnerships or businesses with multiple owners. When it comes to your credit card fees, this can be deducted as a business expense as well. For example, finance charges, late fees, ATM fees, foreign transaction fees, and annual credit card fees. Best way to keep track of all these fees? Well, make sure to hold on to your credit card statements for the whole entire year. You may also want to keep in mind that if your business accepts credit card as a method of payment, you have to pay a small percentage from every transaction to the credit card company that processes it. You can deduct these merchant fees as a business expense as well. Now, what you want to go ahead and do is make sure that you are separating your business expenses from your personal expenses. If your personal expenses and business expenses are in the same account, only the business expenses can be deducted using your business card. For both business and personal use can make it quite difficult to calculate which interest charges are from your business versus your personal expenses. Now, the same applies to any fees incurred on the card. To make this easier, try using your business card for only business expenses only. Now, what if you use your personal credit card? Well, the IRS does not specify that you need to incur interest or fees on a business credit card specifically in order to qualify for the deduction. If you use a personal credit card for a business expense, you can still write off the interest and fees you pay on them. Still, it's best if you have a business credit card because you may qualify for a higher credit limit and establish better business credit. Now, there are some additional forms of interest that are tax deductible. This includes interest paid on business loans, interest paid on investment properties, interest paid on mortgage loans, certain interest paid on home equity loans or lines of credit, and student loans as well. If possible, try to avoid the tax deduction altogether. Yes, getting a tax deduction for an interest that you paid on a credit card or other qualifying loans can reduce how much you owe in taxes and even boost your refund. But the best way to even avoid having to write off these expenses in the first place, well, avoiding build-up interest by paying off your balances each month in full, and avoid incurring fees, for example, by looking at your business credit cards that don't charge annual fees. If you plan on carrying a balance over a long period of time, try applying for a small business loan or a line of credit, which may offer better terms. Now, if you're a business owner, make sure to speak with a tax expert to learn more about the expenses that you can write off. You may be leaving a lot of money on the table by not fully understanding what deductions you actually qualify for. But make sure that you aren't claiming expenses incorrectly, as that can lead to issues with the IRS down the road. Question of the day: have you guys been able to write off interest fees? Or what other fees or what other payments associated with your business have you been able to write off? Make sure to leave that answer in the comments below so that we can all collectively learn from each other and improve our financial situation. With that being said, guys, thank you guys so much for the love and support. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with family and friends, and until the next episode on Keeping It Real with Credit,